Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gungurubhyo Namaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramachandraya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Atmane Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Ya Kundendutu Sarahara Dhavala Ya Subhravastra Ya Veena Varadanda Mandita Kara Ya Sveta Padmasana Ya Brahma Chuta Shankara Prabhuti Devaihi Sada Vandita Samang Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nisesha Jadyapaha Namah Shivanandaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nisprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Na Guru Radhikam Jnanam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Dhyanamoolam Gurur Murti Pujamoolam Guru Padam Mantramoolam Gurur Vakyam Mokhyamoolam Guru Kripa Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Guru Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Omkaram Bindu Sanjuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yoginaha Kamadam Mokshadam Chaiva Omkaraya Namo Namaha Devi Bhumau Tathakase Bahirantascha Me Vibhu Yo Vibhatyo Bhasatma Tasmai Sarvatmane Namaha Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Om Parabrahmane Namaha Om Atmane Namaha. Revered Self, all the participants of the spiritual retreat who are all present in today's meditation satsang. Our purpose is to do some meditation. Meditation is the most important of all our spiritual practices. All other practices that we do, they ultimately lead to meditation. Their aim is to take us to the state of meditation. We do the 8-limbed yoga which is there. We have got this yamas, niyamas, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. Like that, these are the 8 limbs of the yoga, of the Ashtanga yoga, the yoga of 8 limbs. And so the purpose of this, in this graded way of giving us the practices, through these practices, gradually our mind is taken step by step to the state of meditation. So we are in a position to do the meditation. It is only in the state of meditation that we can realize God. We can see God. Realizing God doesn't mean we see face to face. That is one way of looking at it. But ultimately, we have to realize God. We have to be established in God. And for that, certain basic preparations are necessary to have God realization. That is the goal of our life. Our idea is to somehow reach God, see God, realize God, so that we are able to see Him or realize Him in whatever we say and all the other consequences that follow. So that is why the the purpose of our life, goal of our life is God realization. And for God realization, the most important spiritual practice for us is to have meditation. Because in the scriptures it is said that when we are in a state of meditation, we can see God. Dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pasyanti yam yogina. Like that in the Gita, that in the prayer it is there. So, it is only when you are in a state of meditation, we are fully established in meditation, then there will be realization of God. We can see God. So, meditation is the only way to realize God. And as we said, all other practices which are there, they are secondary, they are necessary, but they are secondary, and they are a preparatory for this state of meditation. So that there, when we are fully meditation, when we are fully absorbed in God, our mind is fully absorbed in God, at that time we will be able to see God or realize God. That is how. So when we are in a state of meditation, then only we can realize God. So our purpose is to how to do good meditation. The meditation must be effective, and it should be able to take us to the state of meditation and also for realization of God. So meditation is the most important thing. And meditation, one way of it is being explained, meditation is to make the mind free from all sense objects. Dhyanam nirvishayam manaha. This itself is meditation. Meditation is when we make our mind free from all sense objects, then we can be in a state of meditation. Because ordinarily, normally we think only of objects of sense. Our mind dwells upon them only, and so many objects, one after another. So we are not, at that time, my mind is with the objects of sense objects. So our idea should be to free our mind from all sense objects. Dhyanam nirvishayam manaha. That is one way of understanding meditation. And for this, the other way, the thing that is necessary is gradually, step by step when we go, then this, when our mind gets concentrated, that means when we practice dharana, dhyana and samadhi, these are different steps. There are 6 steps, 8 steps of the Raja Yoga, or the yoga of this control of mind. That is there. So, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, dhyana, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So when we practice the other steps, then we will be able to do dharana or concentration. And that concentration will lead to meditation. And that meditation will take us to the state of samadhi or total absorption, or to be in a state of super consciousness. That will come, that is the last stage, samadhi. So, in the last 3 steps are dharana, dhyana and samadhi. That means concentration, meditation and super conscious state, total absorption. That is how. So our idea is to reach that state. And this dhyana and meditation will come only when we have fulfilled all the previous steps. After we have gone through those steps, when our mind is totally disciplined and also indrawn and also becomes one-pointed, concentrated, it comes concentration, then meditation, and then superconscious state meditation. So this for the purpose of meditation, we have to actually focus our mind on one particular object, any single object that is there. Normally we think of so many objects of the world at the same time or one after another like we are doing. But our idea should be to remove all the sense objects, all the objects, and take up only, select only one particular object. The most important or most, as we consider it will be most important or which is most liked by us, that should be the dearest to us. If that particular object is there, then our mind will become concentrated automatically. So on this particular object, we have to first practice concentration. That means without thinking of anything else, thinking of only one object, that single object. That is concentration. It is said in the Yoga Sutras, Desabandha Chittasya Dharana, like that it is there. That means fix the mind. Fixing the mind on any one particular object or place, that is called concentration. In simple terms, we should have what is concentration. It's a big word and we may get confused also. What is it? How to practice concentration? Concentration is fixing the mind only on one particular object. Desabandha Chittasya Dharana. That is the concentration of mind. Concentrating or thinking of only one object. That is the concentration of mind. And then this mind, this concentration itself takes us to the state of meditation. It leads to meditation. So then when this mind, this concentration is prolonged and kept for a long time, then it becomes meditation. Tatra pratyayika tanata dhyanam, like that it is there. That means in that object, when there is total concentration of our consciousness on that particular object, that is dhyana. Tatra pratyayika tanata dhyanam. On that object, when there is only steady flow of only one consciousness, single consciousness. That means consciousness of the same object only and nothing else. When it is prolonged, it is kept for a long time. When concentration is practiced for a long time, it becomes meditation. So thus concentration leads to the state of meditation. Meditation is the next step. For meditation, we don't have to do anything separately, specifically. Just remaining in a state of concentration for a long time, that becomes meditation. Prolonged concentration is meditation. And that meditation, when it is practiced for a long time, then mind becomes totally absorbed. It goes to a state of total absorption. That is called meditation. That means mind no longer remains separate from the object of meditation, because when we practice concentration or meditation, the object, we ourselves, the meditator, a person who is practicing concentration, and then the process of concentration. These are the three things, or process of meditation in the initial stage. And when it becomes totally absorbed and then it becomes prolonged, this itself becomes meditation. Concentration leads to meditation. And meditation, when it is practiced for a longer time, then it leads to a super conscious state, samadhi, total absorption. This is what, for the purpose of meditation, we must understand how meditation is so very valuable for us. It is only in the state of meditation, through meditation, that we can have God realization or liberation. That will come only because. So having known this, and meditation, as you say, it is not to be done with the body. It is with our mind and with consciousness. When our consciousness becomes one and totally absorbed in itself, then it is the total absorption or samadhi. This itself will lead to realization. So we have to now realize how important it is, and there is no other way. It is only in the state of meditation that we can realize God. If we have the keenness to realize God, or if it is our aim, we must understand we have to practice prolonged and regular meditation. Regularly, if we practice meditation, the state of meditation cannot come to us immediately or in a day. It has to be over a period of time. So that is why you say that we can reach the state of concentration when we practice it for a long time and regularly, every day, like that if we do. Satu dirgha kala nairantarjya satkara sevita drudha bhumi. Like that, there is a sutra in Yoga Sutra. Our meditation becomes strong and practice becomes very totally fixed when it is practiced for a long time. Satu dirgha kala, for a long time. And nairantarya, regularly, every day we have to do that. And also satkara sevita, if we practice it with full honor, full respect, full love, full with this with the idea that it is total, it is everything for me, with great love if you do for a long time, with giving proper treatment to it. Satkara, non, we say that we honor somebody. Satkara means with honor if we do that. So if we have that type of attitude towards God, towards this meditation, then we will be able to, then our meditation becomes strong. Our practice becomes very strong. It has a steady ground, firm ground. Drudhabhumi, it becomes firmly established in its own practice. That is how it is. Then it will lead to realization. Now we must realize, understand what is the importance of meditation. Meditation is the most important of all other spiritual practices. And meditation is the most essential thing. And meditation is actually this every day it has to be practiced, and with love and with total zeal. If it is practiced, then we will be established in that. And we should also know that other than meditation, there is no way for us in spiritual path to have the final state, to reach the final state. At that state, all the spiritual seekers, our great saints and sages who have attained God only through meditation, through total absorption. So that is a must, there is no alternative. And that is the only way to realize God, to have self-realization. That is. So this we must understand. Now, this is just a little introduction, it is just a background for understanding the role of meditation in spiritual practices. Every spiritual seeker, every serious spiritual seeker must realize the importance of meditation, and meditation is the only way. And how it is to be done? And without meditation, God realization is not possible. Meditation alone will confer God realization on us. This is what we should remember. That. Then we have to practice meditation. And now we have to practice regular meditation. That is the conclusion. First thing we must keep in our mind. If we are serious about our spiritual success, this is through meditation only. Every day we have to give everything to it and do it daily, and as much time as we can give it, that to that extent we will have our success in realizing or achieving our goal, which is realization of God or self. This is what we must understand. Now, for meditation, for practicing meditation, we have to we have to do only through the body. Through the body, in the sense, the body must be in a fit position to make our mind steady. So, if our body is steady and firm and strong, then we will be able to, our mind also will be steady. So, this is what the link between the body and the mind. A sound mind in a sound body. You must have heard of it. So, if our mind is to be engaged in meditation, our body also give cooperation to it and support it, and also be helpful for giving it the required help to the mind. That is what we have to do. So, we have to take care of our body. Because our mind has to be steady, we have to keep our body steady. If the body is steady, then the mind also will become automatically steady. But if body is restless or it is not remaining quiet, then mind cannot remain quiet. Mind cannot remain steady or one-pointed. This is so. Body has to be taken care of first. So for doing this meditation, first our seat or the posture is very important. We have to sit in a comfortable pose. And we cannot, sitting is the best pose for the purpose of meditation. It is not that we will just lie down and then do meditation. That is, although we would wish, that will not be possible. Because if we think of doing it lying, then you see our mind, we will go to sleep. Sleep will come. Mind has to be alert and steady and energetic also. So then, first requirement is we have to sit comfortably and steadily in a particular pose. Before that, we have to have a good seat, a comfortable seat. Our seat should be, so a little thick cushion should be there so that it is soft and it is not hard. If it is a soft seat, then we can sit there for a longer time. There won't be any reaction for the body or for the legs. So we have to have a good seat. On that we have to sit for doing meditation. For meditation, we have to sit in a good posture also. The posture should be any posture in which you can sit comfortably for a long time, as much time as possible. That is the best pose for each person. There is no fixed although it is ideal to have, they say that if there are different poses, and out of that you see Padmasana, there is the lotus pose. Then there is this Siddhasana is also there, that the perfect pose. There is another pose also which is the Sukhasana, and that is the most convenient for everybody, where we can sit comfortably. So that asana or the posture is Sthira Sukham Asanam. What is our posture which is suitable for meditation? That is where we can sit, it is steady, and we can sit comfortably for a long time. Sthira Sukham Asanam. That is the pose which is recommended for us. Each person has to sit in which he can sit comfortably, steadily for a long time, as long as possible. That is how you have to select it. So that is first seat, and on that you see this our pose, the posture in which we have to sit, and thereafter you see we have to think of in which manner we have to sit. While sitting, we have to keep the most essential requirement is this backbone should be steady. Vertebral column which is there, spinal column, that should be steady, upright, that is perpendicular to the ground. That means it should be steady on it, vertical. So perpendicular, vertical is there. So that is how we have to sit. We have select an asana or seat, and then a pose in which we will sit, and also keep our backbone or this back and also this vertebral column straight, like this. Steady and straight. Vertebral column, our base, and then our back, then our neck, and also the head. They should also always be in one straight line as far as possible, and remain keeping it steady. That is how it becomes. So that is the pose in which, or the posture in which we have to sit. After having that done, etc., and our idea should be to select. Before that, we have selected the object of meditation. Stick to that. Only one particular object of meditation should always be used until we reach our goal. Till the last moment, the same object should be there. We should not keep on changing. Today one, by seeing somebody else, another we will do on the next day, third day another. It is not the way. We have to stick to only one particular object for our meditation. Whatever we have already done for concentration, that particular object should be selected and we should stick to it, not keep on changing. That is one thing important. And after having that, then we have to, which is the place where we will concentrate. For concentration purposes, we can normally, you see, this is the place between the two eyebrows, which is there on the forehead. This is the point at which we can try to visualize the object of meditation and do the concentration. That is, either can be here or it can be in the heart also, depending on your own convenience and preference. Wherever you feel comfortable, select that spot where you will do this concentration. Then it becomes, you see, once it is fixed, that should not be changed. Always stick to that. If we stick to one particular procedure, one particular, you see, this way, process, then our progress will be good. So there is no need to keep on changing, but we have to stick to it. So we have to now select at which point of time, which place in our body, we have to either here or in the heart. These are the two normal important places where we can comfortably concentrate. Then we do meditation with closed eyes. We can't keep our eyes open and then do meditation or concentration. Although theoretically it may be possible, but practically it is difficult. It's better to close the eyes. With closed eyes, we sit erect and then keep our vertebral column and then the backbone straight and vertical and sit comfortably. When we are sitting, there should be no pressure at any place in our body. I am doing concentration, therefore with all force we will try to do it. That is not the way. Or just in a very leisurely way, in a relaxed way, just gently we must concentrate. For concentration, as you said, you have selected the object of concentration. Think only of that. So many objects are there on which we think, and then, but for the purpose of meditation, all other objects should be taken out from the mind. Only think of one particular object. the object which we have chosen for the purpose of concentration or meditation. And then gently and meditate on that. And our mind also should be concentrated. Mind should also be happy. If the mind is not happy, concentration will not be possible. Then our idea should be to keep our mind happy. There is no reason why I should feel disturbed. My mind, I am happy, and like this. And mind also should think that I am now thinking of God or concentrating, and then I will have God realization through my practice. That is why if mind is explained like this, then you see the mind will say, so it is in my interest, it is the most important thing for me, and this is also the best thing, most pleasing. These things, if suggestions are there, then our mind will become focused and concentrated. So close our minds, close our eyes, and then think of this object of meditation, to the exclusion of all other thoughts. If we are able to do this type of exercise, preliminaries, and then we reach the point where mind will be focused or there will be concentration. And when there is concentration, just gently, happily, we have to think only of that. Another important thing is, mind has to be made calm. To make the mind calm, we have to make it free from all desires. All the desires of the mind which we are having for the objects of in the world. We normally think of objects of the world and mind goes there. Our idea should be giving up all that, giving up all desires, at least temporarily, for the purpose of not think of any object and not have any desire for that, and not having any thought of those objects also. That should be our effort. And then gently, happily and cheerfully we should think of this object, the object of our concentration. And if you have got this attitude, feeling happiness that I am now meditating, concentration, which will be very good for me, I'll feel very happy. And in fact, meditation itself will give us happiness. If we are able to do it correctly and with full attention, full love, then that itself will make us happy. And this meditation, if we are able to do it successfully, ultimately it will take us to this total absorption or samadhi, and it will give us the highest happiness. And this highest happiness is through liberation, highest happiness through God realization. Then one will have this greatest happiness, unimaginable happiness. That happiness will come only when we have got this. We are able to reach the destination. When we are able to fix totally on the mind, totally fix the mind on that, and when there is total absorption. That is called samadhi or super conscious state. That is our purpose. And this samadhi or super conscious state, there are different levels, grades, one after another we have to rise. And gradually, depending on our efforts that we make and preparations we have made, then we will be able to reach it for that. So ultimately the goal is that remaining in a state of total absorption continuously, it is called sahaja samadhi. That means naturally one is in a state of samadhi. Great saints and sages, they are naturally in that state. They don't have to make any special effort to reach that because they have already reached that, and they also continue in that state. That is our aim. So sahaja samadhi, natural state of the mind in being in super conscious state. That's till that time we have to keep on making effort. So this is, I think, a little idea. So One should not think that I am wasting my time by doing meditation, etc. That should not be there. And rather, we are making the best use of our time because this is the highest purpose of our life. That is the aim of our life, to have God realization or samadhi, superconscious state or total absorption. So, we have now explained a little how it will be. So, our idea should be now, we will do a little meditation. We will do a little practice. So, for the purpose of doing meditation, first sit comfortably in a relaxed way. Relax all the muscles and all the organs of our body, all the limbs we have to totally relax, and then remain steady. This is the discipline required for the body. And then our mind also has to be made ready for that. Mind has to be prepared. And for that, you see, not to think of any object of the world now, anything else other than the object of meditation. And then not to have any desire. No desire, no have attraction for anything in the world. And so then the mind will not go to anything else, it will remain in the object of meditation. So that is how we can make our mind steady and happy. That is how we can also concentrate and make the body also ready for doing the meditation. For the purpose of meditation, before we start actual concentration, a few rounds of pranayama should be done, should be practiced, because it is this pranayama or the regulation of breath. You know pranayama? You are aware of pranayama. Pranayama is there, you see, regulated, you see this movement of this, our breath, that is called pranayama. And this pranayama, a few rounds of this comfortable pranayama, there is one comfortable pranayama, that is this Sukhapurvaka pranayama, it is called, where we make this, regulate the breath 1:4:2. That means we inhale for 1 unit, then withhold for 4 units, and then release for 2 units. 1:4:2. That is the Sukhapurvaka pranayama. That is comfortable pranayama. That comfortable pranayama is very helpful for the purpose of meditation. So when we practice meditation, our mind becomes automatically concentrated. Pranayama or regulation of breath helps us in concentrating the mind. And thereafter, with our own effort also, we will further take up this concentration. Like that we have to do. So it is good to practice a few rounds of concentration, few rounds of pranayama. Sukhapurvaka pranayama. I have told 1:4:2. With this proportion, we have to practice. Inhale 1 unit, retain for 4 units, and then exhale for 2 units. 1:4:2. After having taken this way, then through the right nostril, we will have to inhale, then hold for 4 units, and then through the left nostril, we release. So then the round will be complete. It is called 1 round of pranayama, this Sukhapurvaka pranayama. Like that you can do about 5 rounds or about 10 rounds, depending on your time and then capacity. So it is not necessary to do too much. And the idea is that when we do pranayama, regulation of breath, there should be no pressure on the lungs. Comfortably, whatever you can do, accordingly you fix your time, and also this how many times you will do it. That is how. Because pranayama is to enable us to relax and not to put pressure on our body or on our lungs. That is what it is. So pranayama should be practiced a few rounds, Sukhapurvaka or comfortable pranayama, 5 rounds or 10 rounds, then after sit. And then sit there. Just do this. First we do a little chanting of Om, and then a few rounds of pranayama, and then just concentrate and gently concentrate on the object of meditation at the spot you have chosen. Think that of the object at that spot only, gently, without any worry, without any disturbance, and there should be a feeling of happiness also. I am doing this meditation, concentration. If we do like this, then it will be a source of enjoyment for us. It will be a joy, and then we will do it comfortably also. That's as much as possible. Thereafter, stopping this pranayama, thinking of God only or object of meditation, then just sit like that as long as you can, comfortably enjoying it, and also in a very relaxed way. If you do that, you can sit for a long time. The idea is that at the time of the pranayama or concentration or meditation, there should be no pressure exerted or on any part of our body. The whole entire body, entire mind, and entire, you see, all these organs also, they should be in a totally relaxed state, comfortable state. Then we can do practice meditation. Meditation will be possible. Then we can do it for a long time also, depending on your capacity. This is what is there. After this, the time which you want to do concentration, that is over, then you practice, chant Om, and gradually stop or meditate, come out of this meditation practice. We practice Om, chant Om for at least 3 times and for a prolonged period, long Om, and then start meditation, concentration. And after it is over, meditation is over, then again break it with chanting of Om. Then you come out of that. This is briefly how we should do meditation. And if it is all clear, now we will do a little meditation. Now you can do that. So we will start now. You will practice a few rounds of pranayama. We assume that you have already done it. And then we will do this chanting of Om, then proceed like this. We chant Om. Then in our mind we keep only the object of concentration, only that single object. We remove all objects, other objects, and think only of that single object for the purpose of our concentration. So like that, select that and think only of that. As I said, it can be either at between the 2 eyebrows here, or in our heart. Select those 2 places out of the 2, one place, and select and remain there. Visualize the object of concentration there, the object of meditation. And for the purpose of meditation, the object should be, the best object should be, although theoretically it can be any object, we can take and concentrate on that. It will lead us to the same goal. But since our idea is to have God realization, the best thing is to take God in your own way, as you think God is, then meditate on Him. Meditation on God is the best object for our meditation. Then concentrate the mind on God. Focus the mind on God. That means think only of God and not of anything else, to the exclusion of all other thoughts. And to help as an aid to the concentration or meditation, one can repeat all the name of God also silently, with you see, with orally, articulately before that, or even mentally also one can keep on repeating God's name or mantra along with fixing our mind on God. So this will help for the purpose of concentration. After that, stop japa. This is called doing japa or repetition along with meditation, both at the same time. After some time, it is japa sahita dhyana, like that it is there. And then we stop japa or repetition and have only meditation. That will be meditation without japa, only doing meditation. Our idea should be to go to that state and think only of the object of meditation or God, and just sit there comfortably, keep your mind fixed on that, and in a very relaxed and happy way, and then go on thinking of it as much as you can, continuously, without any disturbance, without any interruption. Then that will be good meditation. Fix our mind on the object of concentration alone and abide in that and remain in that. As a help in that, and for having greater concentration, along with every breath, one can also think of repeating that mantra or the name of God simultaneously. Then mind will be totally absorbed, fixed. So after closing our meditation, we break it with chanting of long Om once. And thereafter, we can do a little, hum a little prayer, different prayers if we have got, whatever you know. We can chant some prayers. And after chanting the prayers, then gradually we have to come out of meditation and not think of anything else. After meditation is over, then also we should try to continue thinking of God, remembering God, repeating God's name or mantra mentally. If we do that, the whatever energy or whatever benefit we have got, we have achieved from meditation, that will remain intact. At least for about 5 to 10 minutes, one should keep sitting there itself, thinking of God, remembering Him, and feeling, having a little this experience of that joy or being in a state of happiness. Like that, gradually we can come out. And then not immediately also enter into different kinds of worldly activities. Just gradually, as it is very much necessary, that only we should try to think. So we should come to the normal state, ordinary state, after this meditation. This is in brief just how we should do meditation. Thereafter, thereafter we can normal activities, but in a spirit of joy, happiness. There should be no strain or tension. The purpose of meditation is to free us from tension. We should not again invite tension to our mind. Just in a relaxed way, not worried about anything that happens, anything in the world. And just be normal and then carry on. So, many thanks. All our best wishes to all of you. And is that all right, or anything else you want to say something? We can.
Probably wait till the question period, Swamiji.
There is a question period for that.
Already quite a few have come.
There is no need to have those questions now itself. Okay. Is that all right? Is it over? Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks to you all.
Just one announcement. For the people of the Christmas retreat, don't forget the satsang.